a robot trying to take over mankind.
Yeah, I don't think the robot's on Wi-Fi. I think it's
It's
hardwired.
more than likely.
I mean, it does have a connection. We can TCP into it, but
You can't watch Twitch on it.
no.
Yet.
Yeah. But I can make it type in Twitch on a computer and bring it up.
That counts for something.
If Twitch wasn't blocked at work.
That's the big if. Oh, man. Alright, let's do this. I was doing it a day earlier. Wow, this week, this week sucks. I'm sorry, Cat Cafe Manager is coming out, so it can't suck too badly. And nobody saves the world.
You're not sharing your screen. I can't see anything.
Oh, I thought that was the first thing I normally did. But yeah, I decided not to, apparently. You can't see shit. Is this monitor sharing? No. There it is. Now you can see. Yeah, this week sucks. Well, maybe not. Like, I just haven't heard of anything. Nobody Saves the World's got an 8.5 or 8.25. I know fractions. It looks cute, indie-ish.
We saw this a couple weeks back. I remember the cover art.
Yeah. It released on January for Xbox. Looks like it's a late come to PlayStation. Yeah. But I didn't really hear anything when it went to Xbox in January, so maybe I'm missing something though. It's always possible. And this looks very anime. It's Atlas. Atlas does my Persona series.
Yeah, they're also the ones that did the original Brigandine.
Oh, see? So we have a co-love for Atlas. It's in the action genre. Interesting. Is it a mech one, though? Oh, yeah, there's a mech in the background. You're going to have to miss me with that one. I just don't do mechs.
Yeah.
We know some people in our D&D group, though. Can't say that. They love mechs. Talking like engineering specs. I'm like, dog. If it brings you happiness, that's great. That is way too much effort and research into fiction for me. He says as he has a spreadsheet open on a video game, min-maxing whatever I'm doing or trophy getting. I guess it's really the same thing, right?
Yeah, I can't say much either. I downloaded the spreadsheet today. So, like, I've just been like bouncing around games, and every time I bounce to a new game, the only thing I can think of is I would rather be playing Elden Ring.
Dude, so you just play Elden Ring, dude?
Yeah, so that's what I decided. I just rolled up a completely new character. I didn't want to do a new game plus. I wanted
fresh, do something different.
Yeah, I'm doing a strength build with a scythe. So, and I pulled up a spreadsheet so I can actually do like every boss.
That's it.
Before I move on to a new one, because there's 176 bosses in that game.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's insane. It's kind of, I feel you, dog. Like, I'll play a little bit of the other games, but I'm just like, man, kind of like Final Fantasy. Even playing solo was fun. So I was playing today. I probably won't stay on there for too long, but I may solicit your help after this just to help unlock Tyrant to 99 so I can see if my build works.
Alright.
But that's a conversation for after the podcast. So really not much in new release stocks.
Yeah.
You want Cat Cafe Manager?
Is that a mobile game that they're just bringing to?
I guess we'll find out. I have heard of. Obviously, cat cafes are always a thing, but
yeah,
it doesn't say it based off this. But who the fuck knows?
Yeah, no idea.
And then whatever Road 96 is, some indie game of some sort that is now coming to PlayStation. It's already been released, so okay. Yeah, nothing to look forward to, at least while you're gone. for.
Yeah.
I know you're only gone for a day, but.
Did you see the big news this morning?
No, probably not. I've been kind of doing
Kingdom
shit.
Hearts 4 trailer.
No fucking way. I have to mute it. I'm sorry. I don't want to get a copyright strike on our podcast. Oh shit. It at least looks really good.
Yeah. It's getting ready to get real.
The choice is yours once more. For the podcast people who can't hear, it looks like Sora just laying down on this futuristic couch. He's in this like cushy apartment. Opens the door to somebody I don't know. Should I know her?
I don't know.
You've been asleep since you arrived in this world, so clearly, whatever this world is, it's called Quadratum. Looks like modern day, New York or Tokyo. It's got a giant black ball on it. Which turns out to be a giant nobody-esque creature.
Heartless.
Heartless. Yeah, please correct me. It's been... I guess if a Gen 1er exists, that's what I am, so...
Gen 1 is the Heartless. Nobody's for Gen 2.
True. It's still bad, though. My knowledge is not very deep. When you walk away. Sorry. This is Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
In battle system for anybody who's curious. That didn't look like it was done graphically rendering, but maybe it's just my opinion. But the game looks good.
Yeah. When I was watching, my first thought was, this is all just Unreal Engine, and they've just like added the heads-up display to it.
Yeah, I can see that. And then we have people from Organization 13 in their hoods just watching. And then Kingdom Hearts 4. And all we have is the trailer?
Yep.
Alright, and then after that reveal, we of course see Donald and Goofy in a dark, scary place. Looks like they're looking for Sora. Maybe not. Maybe Mickey. It's one of the two. That's their whole existence in these games, looking for Sora or Mickey. Something's behind them. They're scared. Oh. Magic in the making. Oh, I mean, after this is so hard. I love the Kingdom Hearts series, but after whatever 3 was,
yeah,
it's hard to like. I don't care about your YouTube video, dog. Sorry, no disrespect, but I'm sure your analysis is well thought up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm torn.
Yeah. I was actually sitting here thinking that if they move the series more towards the Final Fantasy theme, away from the Disney theme, it might actually be a good direction for them to go.
Yep. Or just make it like, what was it, Origins, and just suddenly, like, Sora just sticks his Keyblade through her heart and his blood just goes everywhere. And, oh my god, Kingdom Hearts is a strangely different game now.
Yeah, but it's been so long since I even played 3 that this morning when I saw the trailer, like just pulled up the ending for 3 and
Yeah.
like some analysis of the ending of 3 and stuff like that, and in the secret ending for 3, when they're all together on Destiny Island or whatever, Sora disappears.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
you see him waking up in a puddle in modern day Japan-ish. So this
So,
trailer, I guess, is picking up right after that.
so this was planned.
Yeah.
This game just gets released, and there's already a headline that says new Kingdom Hearts game might have Star Wars stuff in it. Really? Like that's the shit that matters right now.
That's what we thought about 3.
True. God. These people. It's something at least worth keeping an eye on.
Yeah. No release date or anything.
Just trailer, so it'll be out in like 10 years.
Yeah, there are a couple mobile games coming out as well.
For Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the trailer you watched was only the second half of the trailer.
Oh, there's a trap before it?
Well, the before it was the mobile game stuff.
Gotcha.
So it wasn't related to
Hey,
Kingdom
buddy.
Hearts 4. But yeah, so there's the ending of the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross or whatever that mobile game is.
He's got poop butt again. Like diarrhea.
Yeah, so that game is coming to a close, I think August is when they're dropping that. And the other mobile game is going into closed beta sometime this year. At least that was what the trailer said anyway, so.
Interesting. That makes me almost more worried than relieved, right? Because that was kind of what doomed 3. Not that all the offshoot games aren't good. It was then to kind of follow the story, like, because I didn't play any of the offshoots, really. I played 1, 2. I can't say that. I played the card game one, because, you can get me with card games all the time. That came with the PlayStation Portable. I can't remember what it was.
It was, Chain of Memories, I think.
Yep. Chain of Memories. So I played that one, but then you had to. For 3, I had to watch a movie before I could fucking play the game, and the movie didn't help.
No, it doesn't. And I will tell you, since you skipped the offshoots, you actually missed the best Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah, Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation before. I have all the remixes though. I don't know if the remixes I have came with Birth by Sleep.
I believe one of them does.
I think I have all of them. I don't know if they're here. I'm curious now though. I've got 7. Kingdom Hearts 3. I even got the collector's edition of 3. It's in the hardcover. Let's see.
I probably mentioned this before to you too, but Birth by Sleep has my favorite mini game of any game that I've ever played.
Yeah. Probably should eventually play it, but there's just so much.
Yeah. And that one requires 3 playthroughs.
Oh shit. Another game that requires 3 playthroughs. Dude, we're already playing Code Vein.
Well, to be fair,
9 hours.
To be fair, every time you play it through with this one, you play a different character. So, it's not the same game.
That's fair then.
It's the same story, and you just get each player's perspective from that same story.
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
that's acceptable. But yeah, that's awesome for Kingdom Hearts fans. The other problem Kingdom Hearts fans Kingdom Hearts had as a series is it took way too long in between games.
Yeah.
So you had generational issues.
Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning too. Is that's a huge problem in gaming when you wait so long between sequels.
Yeah.
You're never gonna live up to the expectations that are set on it.
You're 100% right. But the caveat I was thinking of is, so when Kingdom Hearts 3 released, there were gamers that are into the world that never played 1 and 2. Not only never played, but couldn't have, right? They're brand new gamers.
Yeah, and also the fact that they put it out on Xbox, and 1 and 2 were never on Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. So now, like, who are you getting with this market? The only people you're more than likely getting are the people that have big nostalgia reasons for playing for 1 and 2. So it's already kind of like a niche market. And then how many of those people have felt that they've, quote unquote, outgrown Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also, when you're making that game from a marketing standpoint, do you keep it true to the series,
Yeah.
or do you know that now you're gonna have to reach this other group?
Yeah, so do you try to pander to that? And I do think they did a little bit of, I think they tried to do almost a little bit of everything, and that's why it was a little, nothing was kind of shining, right? Nothing was done super well, because I think they were trying to toe the line, and honestly, they should have just chose one. Make it like a brand new game, not a brand new game, right? But like intro worthy for everybody, or go, hey, this is just for the hardcore fans.
Yeah, which 4 may be a good way to redeem that, as we said, if they do shift towards more of a Final Fantasy type game.
I agree, because this gives them a chance to change that approach.
Yeah. So maybe they solve the errors of their ways. I mean, Square is pretty good about that. They they do learn from their lessons. It's one of the few gaming companies that we can say that about.
True. Even though apparently Square has a pretty bad game with microtransactions that you still have to play for $60 for out. I just saw a TikTok on it. It's like Battalion something. Square Enix Battle Battalion? I don't know what it was called.
There's Babylon's Fall.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Their newest one. That was.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like riddled with microtransactions on top of an unfun grind and like shit like that for a live service. This wasn't just Squeenix though; it was also Platinum Games.
All right. Yeah.
But you're right. Square as a company is not.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the other thing you have to worry about with Kingdom Hearts is it's not just a Square game.
Yep.
You have to worry about Disney.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely
I'm sure
worth
it's
looking.
one I'll buy.
Yeah, and I'm over here like, oh, I'm on the fence. Who the fuck am I kidding? I'm gonna buy this shit day one.
Could be the worst game ever made. It's still Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Dude,
It's just like they keep getting me with Star Wars games. It's like they could be terrible.
There I am.
What? I'm probably still gonna buy it.
Yep. And you could know it's terrible all the way leading up to it, and you're still like, well, you know, whatever. I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. Like we're somehow committed. Like now, I've did this with Ryoga Gotoku games now. Like any type of Yakuza game comes out, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it's good. Video game story. I'm trying to just look through news, other shit, but I feel like that's the big one, right? That's gonna be overshadowed. It's gonna be hard for anything to prop itself over Kingdom Hearts 4, regardless of its fame and current popular genre, right?
Yeah, and especially considering that it was like so unexpected.
I was about to say that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no one was like, I wonder when they're gonna announce Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah, honestly, after 3, I thought they might have just been like, well, you know, this was fun while it lasted, and then just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people I had seen. I mean, the franchise is too big, I think, to kill.
Yeah, I could see that.
So most people seem to think that the Sora saga was over. That you were now going to bring in another protagonist
yes.
and go from there, which would have been like a reboot of the series, which also is not a bad direction to go in.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could even at this point, it's not a stretch to say that that could still happen, even with this trailer we just saw.
Yeah, for all we know, that's building up into a modern day-esque character, and then suddenly you create your own character, and
Or something
or
like that,
something
or
stupid.
we're gonna have a story that's told from two perspectives, where you do have
Yeah.
Sora in modern day, and you have another protagonist who Donald and Goofy are working with, trying to get him back.
Yeah, I see that.
But who knows? It's one of those questions that's way out there, similar to what the new Mass Effect that's coming out. It's like, is it gonna still be Shepard, or are they gonna finally let you create your own character?
God, yeah.
I do think that was a missed opportunity for
Pathfinder.
Andromeda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
They should have let you choose any race there instead of just locking you to human.
Yep.
But
Epic launches Unreal Engine 5. That is kind of a big one. I did see that. So there's another free demo out there, and for people that want to use the Unreal Engine 5.
I downloaded Unreal Engine 4. Never did anything with it.
Max Payne remakes are coming. Sure. Fortnite raised $144 million for Ukraine. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It would be donated. Honestly, though, what's funny is this all money spent in game for the first 2 weeks of the season would be donated to the whatever the charities for Ukraine, right? And the Ukraine relief. 144 million, and I say this in the the strangest way possible. Man, you fell off. Like Fortnite at its peak was making like 144 million a day.
Yeah, but I mean, let's just take a step back. This game's been out since.
That's true. It's old now. Old in quotes.
Yeah. It's been out what, 5, 6 years, something like that.
Yeah. Well, has it fully released out? I don't think so.
The battle royale, anyway. I mean, the game itself, the core game's not making them money.
It's true. I don't even think they even like do anything with that anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even have a dev team for that. It's like one guy.
Yeah, almost 5 years.
Yeah. So I mean, for it to still generate.
To still be making.
I don't know, but how much does COD make?
I don't think it makes $250 million in a month.
Call of Duty earnings. Yeah, it makes it in a quarter. Oh no, those are pro players. I don't care about pro players. They make that in a fucking quarter. Wait a minute. Oh no, that's their total earnings.
Earnings in life, yeah.
That's still fucking crazy, by the way.
$1 million.
Earnings.
0.3 million.
I don't care about Warzone earnings. What the fuck? How did Call of Duty Activision? Yeah, that's their total revenue for Activision Blizzard. $8.8 billion.
Yeah, and if we take 144 million over 2 weeks, so
that's 20 times that by 26, and that's their gross. So it's still not as much money, but still, this is a whole entire publisher.
Yeah, and you're making, well, I think it's like $2.4 billion off of cosmetics off of Fortnite a year. Still, 5 years later.
Yeah, that's actually kind of insane. All right, I retract my statement. The Skywalker saga is here, and a lot of people are playing. Ah, okay, that's nice. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is already breaking records. Didn't it only launch in fucking in UK? Dude.
I think that's last.
Oh, it arrived in US cinemas now.
That's a little bit of a strange to go to the UK before the US.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Jim Carrey's retirement have cast doubt on his future as Robotnik. And Sonic 2 director has Jeff Fowler has been said he'd be very interested in being a part of the Super Smash Brothers movie. What the fuck? Video games are rich in story and stuff that you can do. And at the same time, I feel like, not that Sonic's a bad choice, I think that's fine, but like, even when they take rich stories, they still pander to this weird, what they feel is video game audience. That's why the Mario Brothers movie sucked. That's why the first one with fucking... And they didn't suck. It was weird. It wasn't Mario Brothers at all. It was its own thing. But like, in Mortal Kombat, I do like the Mortal Kombat movie, so I can't. But I'm a weirdo. But like Doom and all this shit, instead of just like treating it like how Marvel has treated their universe, right? You ground it in a movie realism, and you take the story, but you write a script, right? Like, you write a story within that world, and then you portray it. And this is not... Like, when someone says, oh, we're going to go do a Super Smash Brothers movies. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy Smash. I like watching tournaments for people who play it. I don't play particularly, but the point is... But what kind of shit are you going to do with a Smash Brothers movie?
Just have some like huge tournament and all these weird things show up to it.
God, like, there's so many good games to do this to.
No, so here's what I want from this movie. I want it to just start out just normal, like, Los Angeles. Yeah. And you've got Dana White there from UFC.
Yep.
And he's just like, we're going to hold an open UFC tournament. And so they go to this island and set up this whole tournament thing, and they build like these platforms for them to fight on instead of having the octagon and stuff. And then the people that end up signing up for it are all these weird Super Smash Brothers characters and one normal guy.
I love it. Write the script. We got the idea. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I want the normal guy to do like surprisingly well, like not even like really win his first few matches, just have like somebody fall off and he'll win by accident, that kind of thing, and he builds up confidence, and then he finally gets to the end and he's in the championship, and then he loses to Mario, so everybody hates him.
That's kind of fucked. Oh, I love it. Oh, dude.
I also want to know kind of what their limitations for this movie are going to be as well. Is it going to be just straight Mario characters? Cause
licensing's a bitch.
Yeah, because Smash Brothers has...
Yeah, Solid Snake and...
Pikachu in it.
Yeah. Licensing is a bitch.
Yeah. You can... they can specifically ask the people about Ready Player One on that.
Yeah.
They had to completely change that movie because of licensing.
I don't doubt that at all. I still have to read those books. I was told they're pretty good. Or the book.
The Ready Player One is really good.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I cannot get through... I haven't been able to get through Ready Player 2.
That's good to know.
I've started it a couple times and just
put it down, and yeah.
It's... From what I get to it, it's just Sword Art Online.
If I wanted, and if I
It's
want,
the same exact story. They get stuck in there and have to figure out how to get out.
and if I wanted to watch that, I'd just go watch a horrible anime called Sword Art Online.
I don't think Sword Art's horrible.
I do.
It's like the first season.
I don't.
First half of the series, whatever.
I like video game anime, and I still didn't like Sword Art Online. This is an unpopular opinion. I know I'm in the minority here. So yeah, this is not an anime fighting thing, but I actually don't think it's very good. I think it gets a lot of acclaim, and it doesn't even tell a comprehensive story. You just well, it does, right? But it's jarring to be like, okay, this episode ends, and suddenly we're like, all right, we're level 40 now in this hotel, and you're like, what the fuck happened? And then, oh, this is a new character, and you're just like, why do I care? I guess that was my issue, as I just didn't feel invested. Poor Kirito. And then that one guy that used to come in my streams all the time, and was very supportive, and I would never get his name right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kirito. But yeah, to each their own. I don't blame you. If you're going to take a heavily used story and not do something to put your real own twist on it and make it like feel like it's different, then what are you doing?
Yeah, and it's like, you know how, since you haven't read the book, you don't know entirely, but he leans very heavily on pop culture, and like he calls it out and stuff. And there's even a point in the book where after they discover this technology to be able to do the like nerve drive or whatever it is, so or your consciousness is just like teleported into it. One of the characters even says, "Have you watched Sword Art Online?"
God. To reference something that then is going to be the focal point of your story seems... Yeah, that doesn't seem very good. But, to each their own. Apparently, Gran Turismo 7 is also gradually getting fixed. I didn't know you could... Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, did you feel like it needed that? Is it...
So when I played it, it didn't need fixing. It was the update after I kind of stopped playing that messed a lot of stuff up.
Apparently an early update up that grind made it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
They thought it was too easy to get cars, and so they made it harder to get money, and that ticked people off, especially in the fact that they have the option to buy money with real money. So people thought that they were
going pay to win.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do that nowadays, dude.
Yeah, but they supposedly back off on it and then gave people money.
Yeah, it shows hey, this is not what our intentions are. We thought you wanted to grind. The problem with gamers in general, right, is you can't give us a way to do something and then be like, oh, this didn't work the way that we wanted, and then take it away. And it doesn't matter what that thing is. So the thing could be an exploit. Remember the Destiny loot cave?
Yeah.
There's always going to be people who be like, but why? Why did you take that away? Right? The current example I can even think of is Final Fantasy, even in Stranger's Paradise, right? We have that easy 300 run to get gear and affinity and all this, stupid shit. It still requires luck, but it's a reliable way to get decent gear. If you took that away, then I'd be like, what, you want me to actually have to grind through the story with suboptimal gear? And the answer to that could be like, well, yeah, that was the intention.
Yeah, and you could see it. You can actually see it in Elden Ring, because when the 1.2 patch was out, there were a lot of weapons that were really good, and speedrunners and no-hitters abused them.
Yep.
To the point that they just did a full nerf of all of them. And so your normal players who need those weapons to play the game suddenly are much weaker than they were 24 hours ago.
Yeah. And it'll be harder for the common person that doesn't eat and breathe these games to kind of come back from that comet deficit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it's so like as a developer, you have to ask yourself, is it worth making that change for 10 people? Because that's basically what you made the change for.
Yeah.
Especially in a single player game, because you really like a lot of people are like, why do you nerf stuff in single player games?
Yeah. I'm trying to find the Rodon cheese that the developer saw.
Well, I hadn't seen a Rodon cheese at all. So.
It's pretty good. Yeah, here it is. I have to mute it because of the... it's already muted. Good. But yeah, so in phase 2, he waits by the cliff, right? Where he comes in here, and then blocks. And then he just dies! Because
He
it's over
falls
the
off.
cliff. Yep. And you hear the devs go, "Oh man, that looks so badass," and you're like, yeah, we gotta change that."
Yeah. I do know there are some other ones like, I think for Radon, is it Radon or another one? There's a cliff you can climb up on and just shoot the boss with arrows or something from the cliff until they die. It takes like a year.
Hey man, no hitters will abuse almost anything. Even though I do find that my favorite no hitters are the aggressive style.
Yeah. Hob, who I've been watching.
Yes, he's aggressive.
He does not use any exploits.
Yep. And he doesn't play passive. Like
Yeah.
he will obviously. This goes without saying. Anybody will have to play passive at one point, right? Like.
Yeah. Early in his run, there are some soul farms that they use to get souls so they can level up, and they do those super passive because there's a dragon that you can go kill that doesn't attack back.
Yep.
So they'll do that, and then there's a bird boss type thing he kills, and he gets up on a cliff and attacks it from there.
Yep.
But those are just like soul farms to get levels up. They're not the bosses that you need for the run.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the big difference, right? A lot of people having some flack in the community, not really in Elden Ring from what I saw, but some like Neo no-hitters and stuff like that, back when I was looking into starting to play Neo, it'd be like, yo, your no-hit doesn't count when you spend like the whole entire time just like blocking, hitting him once, and then dodging.
Yeah.
And that's an aggressive take, because as someone who doesn't block, I actually find that harder, blocking and dodging, than just being like, oh, this is the time to attack. For me, the way that my brain is wired, it's easier for me to be like, oh, this is the time to parry. This is the time for me to go in and hit the buttons to do damage, than it is for me to be like, oh, I should roll out of the way of this.
Yeah.
So, anybody who's seen me play Yakuza, I always do the parry, because it does a shit ton of damage if you can get the timing right. I have no problem getting the timing right.
You'll have... I picked up Sekiro and started playing it, but it was another one of the ones where I was like, I'd rather be playing Elden Ring at the moment.
I don't blame you. That's actually the reason why I'm not buying Elden Ring until I play.
Yeah, so like,
but,
it's not a bad game at all.
Yeah, I mean, it won a Game of the Year.
I will eventually play it. It's just I need time off from Elden Ring, and I don't want to take that time off right now.
Yep.
So it might still be a while before I get back to it. But yeah, it is super parry dependent.
Oh, I'm gonna love that shit.
It's also not really... I wouldn't have classified it as a Souls-like.
Yeah, that's...
You don't drop souls when you die.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of speedruns of it, but I haven't.
Yeah. you gain experience points up to another level, and when you die, you lose a certain percentage of that experience points, but you can't get them back.
Yeah, but
You just lose them.
and that's more old school role playing than it is
Yeah.
like MMOs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it has the basic mechanics of like bonfires and stuff like that, where when you rest, they respawn the enemies, and
Gotcha.
if you die, you go back to the last bonfire you were at.
So that's where it's similar, but it's not similar in the punish mechanic for
Yeah.
leveling up or dying.
It may be more punishing.
Yeah.
Because
there's no way to get that shit back.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy shit. Either way, I'm excited to do that. I do think I am gonna play probably. I'm enjoying Code Vein with you. I'll probably be our duo game unless another game comes out, I think, for the interim. Even though I am gonna need your help with Final Fantasy. Besides that, though, and then I think I'm gonna do Yakuza 6 and maybe Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm surprised. I put up a funny gag video on the YouTube. It's just me really playing Frank Sinatra's My Way on the piano, but I did it to the Tyrant build, my pet build that I was trying to make work forever. And I noticed that I got like 10 or 12 views on that video that I was expecting none. But one of the analytics shows you what people are searching and how they got there. So people found this video by typing in Stranger of Paradise builds. So someone is looking for like these Tyrant builds, and it's like, oh, this isn't a build guide, homie. So I'm curious to see if I do make it. Like, is this a real build, right? Because I'm only level 30 with Tyrant. So I need to get it to 99 and then see if it can actually take out 300 shit. Solo is more important, but I don't care about cheating this stuff part.
Yeah.
So,
build videos always get a ton of views if you have a good build.
Yeah.
I mean, I look for build stuff all the time, and I don't like videos. I would prefer someone to write it out so I can just look at it.
Yeah.
But I know the vast majority of people are the opposite. They don't want to read. They want somebody to tell them what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I did, too, in the description of that video, though, is for people like us, because I'm the same way, I'd rather just read it. I actually have the guide. Like, what the build is, like, what my goal and my thought process is. So, basically, and it's easy, right? The only thing is 400 Tyrant, 250 Ninja. Use gloves, use enchant, smack. That's it. There's not really much to the build, right? It's, yeah. Other than that, it's get good, which I've been struggling with. But yeah. But you're right, build videos. I'm surprised, though. I thought, like, this is a game that's released almost a month ago, or more than a month ago. I can't really remember.
There's not a ton of good videos for it. Because I've actually looked for builds myself.
Yeah, there's a couple, but, like, there's not a lot. You're right. Apparently, I can't type. Yeah, like, there's a whole bunch of articles, right? But as far as videos go, there's only, like, a handful. Like the one-shot Dark Knight build, Infinite MPOP caster build, which does look pretty cool. I haven't seen this one. And then a lot of them, people will just, like, kind of just do their Let's Plays and then put them as builds. And, like, God, why would you do that? You're not going to get anybody that wants to watch your 40-minute video when they think they're going to get a build video. You're just going to piss somebody off, and they're just going to leave. And I say this as someone who mistakenly just did that. That wasn't my intention, though. Like, but I definitely did. When I found out people are typing build videos, I was like, oh, I need to change my fucking... I need to
tell you the average watch length.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's crap. Because again, these people are expecting builds.
All right, so they didn't actually stick around to
yeah,
watch
of course not. Oh, it's 11 views. It went up another view. But yeah, so this is it. It says My Way, Tyrant Ninja Affliction, right? Like, so I get even from the thumbnail what someone would be like, oh, this is a build video, right? But I said My Way piano. to my pet build, Tyrant Ninja Flexion. I changed the hair, and then I was like, all right, I don't want to. I guess I'll give myself an artificial view. I don't really care. I don't want to edit it. I'm surprised I didn't get any hate mail for that. Apparently, they just click out though, you know.
Yeah.
But analytics. So then in the analytics section on YouTube, you can see, this will be 12 now because I cheated, but like it'll say YouTube search. Some were external, which is kind of weird. Now that I really...
know. Most of my videos come from external, so I would be in that category.
Okay. There was a way to... Oh, it was under engagement, right? So 32 seconds isn't... It's only a minute long, so that's actually not bad. And I shortened my video watch time by doing what I just did, which is like, I don't need to watch it again.
Average, so if it's a minute long, and you've got 11 views, that means most likely what happened is 6 of them watched the whole video, and 5 of them just quit out immediately.
Hey, so that's pretty cool. But it shows you your impressions though, like, right? Watch time from impression hours is 0.04, right? But whatever. And it shows me here though the traffic source for YouTube search, right? A portion of your total traffic, so 80%, and what they're typing. Stranger of Paradise build, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin best build. So like it's like, oh, well, this isn't a build video. So yeah, it's got 122 impressions. So I was like, well, fuck it. Like I'll do a build video to this if it's good. If it's not good, I'm not going to fucking make a video on it. Basically, if I can't solo 300 content with it, then there's no point. Because I did find out playing with you, dog. Like, I could be wearing a straw hat and like be tickling people, and we'd still kill shit just because I'm a person that makes it so you can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we have potions and I have revive ups, that could be my job. I could just stand in the corner, go in and revive you.
Yeah. I was watching your stream earlier today, and you were talking about the fact that you needed to be more patient, but you were too aggressive.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, when we were playing, I was the patient one because I was always circling around and everything.
And I'm just like, whee! I died. Can you get me up? Oh man, isn't that our whole gaming duo experience? Guardian down.
Until we got to the end there, and we were both just doing insane break damage, and it was like, let's just rush this thing as fast as possible.
What's her face? The fire chick? Dude, we just totally beat the shit out of her. She didn't have a chance. That might be a world record for speed run for how fast she just died. Oh man, but yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll do that too. So Yakuza this, and then I'll play Neo next, and then after Neo, I'm gonna play Sekiro. That's my plan.
If you've got, so here's my suggestion.
All right.
I would do Sekiro before Neo.
Okay.
The reason being is Sekiro is very limited in your options. You have your katana, and that's it.
Gotcha. It's not like what I'm enjoying in this game, right? Where I'm like, oh, Tyrant Ninja build. Oh, let's do this build. Or...
Yeah, so Sekiro is just your katana. You do have shinobi tools that you can use, but they're not like, obviously they're not other weapons or anything like that. Neo does give you some options. So you can choose the type of style you want to use. Do you want to use just a katana? Do you want to use...
Or naginatas and stuff like that. Yeah.
It gives you... It's not as much of options as Elden Ring, obviously.
Yeah.
But you do have more options. So I would suggest Sekiro first, because if you go to Neo and you like the ability to have the options, and then go to Sekiro and you don't have that anymore...
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem with it right now, is... I'm just so restricted into what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like you can probably look at it as a roguelite more like a... But not even like an RPG, because I would say that, right? But then you point to something like Inquisition, right? And you're like, well, I could make whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah. To
It
me,
still had classes and builds.
To me, it is, and you haven't played it, but it's just Ghost of Tsushima on hard mode.
Yep.
The combat's almost exactly the same. The fighting style's exactly the same. Although Ghost of Tsushima does have a little more options. You can actually do bow builds with that if you wanted to.
Oh shit. That's good to know,
But
because I'm eventually gonna have to play that game because it's really good.
yeah, but yeah, it's just it is basically, it kind of feels like if you had taken that game and then just made it into a Souls-like game.
I can think of worse games to do that to.
Yeah, although I think it was Sekiro first, so maybe they took Sekiro and made it into an RPG.
Made it an easier RPG. I can see that. What game? I'm curious now.
To be fair, though, I think you can put Ghost of Tsushima on hard mode and it'll play exactly the same.
Yep, you're right. Oh, it depends. Is this the new one or not? People also... Because this is 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're probably in development at the same time.
So it's not a lift.
Yeah.
Just happened to be the same game.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, you got anything else for the people?
I don't think so. I can do a quick look at my Google and see if I have
Yeah, see
any.
if we missed anything.
There was a leak somebody put out about the Pokemon Stage 3s, which they're saying probably aren't real, but somebody has thrown it out there.
Stage 3.
For the starters, for the new one that's coming out. Yeah. Oh, did you see the thing? There was an Overwatch video that came out this week, and somebody had attached a motor to their mouse wheel and was playing Mercy. And you know, when you mouse wheel, you change between healing stream and damage stream.
Yeah.
And so it was literally putting healing and damage on the person at the same time. And I'm sitting here thinking, this came out this week, and you know that game's, what, 5 years old now?
Yeah, you could do that from day one.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you could do that from day one, and I'm sitting here thinking, it took them 5 years to do that.
Yeah.
Why did no one do this for the first day? Because you know that would be patched by now.
Yep.
They would have put a cooldown on it.
Or some form of, even it could be a fraction of a second. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That shit's hilarious.
So, yeah, I was one part impressed that somebody thought to do it, and kind of 2 parts, like, disappointed that it took them that long.
1 part impressed, 2 parts disappointed. Oh, man.
Yeah, and the whole, like, Twitter thing exploded when it came out, and, like, people were like, first off, Mercy gets the short end of the stick now anyway, because she's not playable.
Which is sad.
So everybody was like, if you're playing Mercy and you're not doing this, you're doing it wrong. It's just like...
If you're playing Mercy right now, apparently you're just doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually gotten, you know, the Overwatch community is pretty toxic to start with.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've seen things where people are talking about, like, when someone locks Mercy in, that people will just back out.
Damn.
It's like, just play the game.
Yeah, man, someone wants to play fucking Mercy. Like, and that's the thing, too, I've learned, is even D-rank characters in the hands of someone, like, you don't know. In the hands of someone who like, this is my main, I've been playing it forever because I love this character, like, they could still do shit.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there was a point where Reaper was considered unplayable in Overwatch.
Yep.
It was never unplayable in my hands.
Nope. At least not at our level, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm right there with you, man. Man. Man, someone finally did a bonuses table. All right. Is there anything else on your list?
No, I didn't see anything.
All right. Well, that keeps it nice and short. It looks like it's going to be a pretty tame week, but we have enough games to play, so it's not horrible. Well, I hope the Braves win for you tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's the added bonus. The whole reason for going is they're giving away replica World Series rings tomorrow.
Do you when you mean giving away like raffle or?
No, the first 40,000 fans get a replica World Series
So
ring.
if you're in the first 40,000, like you just get one?
Yep.
So how many seats in to the stadium? Sorry for my ignorance.
I think it's like 65,000.
So you still have to get in there roughly 50%, or like so pretty early, I'd imagine.
Probably, but it is a Monday night game too, so it's probably not even sold out.
Oh man, well I hope you get your replica ring.
Yeah, me too, because I already have one from the 95 championship, so this would give me both of them.
Yeah, and then you can rock both rings like a G.
Oh, I am completely wrong. It only says 41,000 people, so there's only 1,000 people that aren't going to get one.
That sucks, even if that was full. Imagine. Dude, why couldn't you just get 41,000 out and just tell people, like, hey, for the game, if you show up on Monday, you get the fucking ring.
Oh, that's great.
God, imagine being like, oh, so you want the game on Monday? Yeah, oh yeah, where's your replica ring? What?
So, yeah, we didn't get there until like 7:10. Game started at 7:20.
Oh, yeah.
They were out.
God, dude. That sucks.
Yeah. Just to keep the sports talk going for a minute
Yeah,
longer.
yeah, sure, why not?
They did unveil the championship rings last night. And you can buy an actual championship ring. There's 150 of them that they are selling. So like 150 people can buy a ring, and it's $25,000.
If MLB or the Braves want to sponsor this, you can send us one of those rings.
For real, man. We're not selling that either. If they send
No, I wouldn't. I don't even follow baseball, but you know what? I'd be a Braves fan for life.
Yeah, the ring has 755 diamonds in it.
Dude. Yeah. So we're open sponsorship.
Yeah, we'll turn this into a Braves podcast real fast.
Yep, 100%. Fuck video games. Do a half and half, right?
Yeah, and if the Braves don't want to sponsor us, Johnston's can just send us the ring and be our official sponsor. We'll like shout you out every single podcast.
Every single one. And you can send me more merch to wear. I'll wear it on stream. I'll make sure cam's on. Oh man. Well, either way, I do hope the Braves win because I have no horse in the race, so it's easy for me to wish you luck, unlike in football. But yeah,
Well,
enjoy it, man.
in football, we both suck, so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The Cowboys. Do you remember when the Cowboys were good? I don't either. I was like 16.
Yeah, well, were you even 16?
No, I was younger than that. It was
'Cause
the
I was like,
90s.
they
I was
haven't
10.
been good since the mid 90s.
I was 10.
I was like 5 the last time they were good.
Troy Aikman, Emmett Smith. All right, well, enough sports ball talk. We'll put that at the end so I can just tag that as in people that don't give a shit. But hopefully we catch you next week. Normal time on Monday, I believe. We should be good.
Yep.
Yeah, and let me know when you get home on well, I make it sound like we're not playing games after this. All right, I'll talk to everyone later.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.